In the middle of the Dolphin show, suddenly there was a shout from all sides. Someone saved this stuntman's life. Someone go ahead and free this man from the dolphin attack. Someone call the rescue team. How did an entertaining dolphin show end up presenting a scene of sadness and fear? And how an experienced stuntman's life was put in danger? In today's video, we know how this incident happened in Hamburg, Germany. The sun beamed down on the bustling city of Hamburg, Germany. Tourists from all over Europe streamed through the gates of Marienwelt, a sprawling marine park famous for its dolphin shows. Children tugged at their parents' hands, eager to see the playful creatures perform flips and leaps, while vendors sold everything from dolphin plush toys to ice-cold lemon sodas. Among the staff preparing for the afternoon show was 34-year-old Marcus Klein, a man whose life was woven into the very fabric of the marine park. Tall and athletic, Marcus had always loved water. Born in Bremen, he grew up on stories of sailors and sea creatures. When he was 20, he moved to Hamburg to chase his dream of working with marine animals. At first, he was just a pool cleaner, but his strong swimming skills and fearless attitude soon earned him a place in the Dolphin stunt team. For nearly a decade, Marcus had performed with Marienwelt's star dolphins. He'd perfected daring routines, vaulting off the dolphins' backs, diving through hoops as the dolphins pushed him, and even performing complex synchronized dives. The crowd adored him. Children waved, calling his name. Marcus basked in it all, yet beneath the show's magic lay a demanding job. Each day meant hours in the water, rehearsing intricate movements, building trust with dolphins that weighed more than 200 kilograms each. Marcus respected the animals deeply. He knew they weren't just playful performers, they were powerful predators whose instincts could never be fully tamed. Among the dolphins was Nero, a robust 10-year-old bottlenose with a distinct scar on his dorsal fin, an old injury from entanglement in fishing nets before he was rescued. Nero was clever, a little stubborn, and sometimes aggressive if he felt cornered or stressed. Marcus liked to think he understood Nero best. Over the years, they had built a routine of mutual respect, and Marcus always ensured to give Nero space on days he seemed irritable. On a bright Saturday afternoon in June, the stadium was packed. Families leaned forward on their seats, cameras ready. The air smelled of popcorn and sunscreen. As always, Marcus prepared behind the scenes, adjusting his wetsuit and running over the routine in his head. Today's highlight was a new trick. Nero would leap out of the water while Marcus balanced on his rostrum, then toss Marcus into a spectacular dive. It was ambitious. The trainers had rehearsed it dozens of times, though Marcus noticed Nero was occasionally unpredictable, surfacing on the wrong side or submerging too quickly. The head trainer, Petra, gave Marcus a nod. "You okay?" she asked, handing him his diving gloves. "Yeah, Nero's just been a little off lately," Marcus admitted. "Want to swap him for Rocco today?" Marcus shook his head. "No, let's keep to plan. I trust him." The music started, echoing through the stadium. Marcus jogged to the platform, waving to the crowd. Children squealed in excitement as he dove cleanly into the pool. The dolphins shot through the water like torpedoes, swirling around him. Marcus did a series of graceful spins and surface jumps, drawing applause. Then came the final act. Marcus treaded water at the center of the pool, lifted a hand, and blew a sharp whistle. Nero responded instantly, swimming toward Marcus with smooth power. Marcus positioned himself, letting Nero glide underneath. As Nero's head rose, Marcus balanced on it, arms outstretched like a circus performer on a galloping horse. The crowd gasped in delight. Nero surged upward, launching Marcus into the air. Marcus tucked and spun, aiming to hit the water in a clean arc. But mid-spin, something went wrong. Nero twisted abruptly. Marcus collided with the Dolphin's flank. Disoriented, he hit the water awkwardly, one leg catching Nero's powerful jaws. Pain exploded through Marcus's body. He barely registered the blood clouding around him as he thrashed in the water. Nero, startled by Marcus's panicked movements and the scent of blood, clamped down harder. It was only a few seconds, but it felt eternal. When Nero finally released him, Marcus floated limply. Trainers on the platform blew emergency whistles. Another Dolphin was sent to herd Nero away while 2 staff members dove in, pulling Marcus toward the edge. The crowd sat in horrified silence, some parents covering their children's eyes. Marcus was barely conscious as he was hauled from the pool. Looking down, he saw a mangled stump where his lower right leg had been. Blood poured onto the tiles. Someone was shouting for paramedics. Marcus tried to speak, but only managed a groan. The world swirled into darkness. Marcus awoke in a sterile hospital room, his leg heavily bandaged, a dull throb pulsing up his thigh. Petra sat by his bedside, eyes red from crying. "They had to take it off," she whispered, voice cracking. "Below the knee." Marcus swallowed hard, tears welling up. The weight of it hit him all at once, not just the searing physical pain, but the reality that his career, his daily dance with dolphins, was over. "I should have listened." "He wasn't ready," Marcus rasped. "Don't blame yourself," Petra said fiercely. "Nero didn't attack you out of malice. It was confusion, instinct. We all missed the signs he was stressed." Over the next weeks, Marcus endured multiple surgeries and intense therapy. Friends and fellow trainers visited, bringing flowers, dolphin drawings from local children, and awkward attempts to lighten the mood. Marcus tried to smile for them, but inside he was sinking. Nights were the hardest, haunted by nightmares of Nero's teeth and the muffled screams of the crowd. Months later, Marcus returned to Marine Welt, now on crutches and fitted with a prosthetic. It was painful at first to be back. He avoided the dolphin pools, spending more time in the administrative offices where Petra offered him a new role, educating guests and school groups about marine life, dolphin behavior, and safety. One autumn morning, Marcus stood by an observation tank talking to a small group of students. As he pointed to the dolphins, Nero surfaced, watching Marcus with curious eyes. Despite everything, Marcus felt a surge of affection. He pressed his palm to the glass. Nero hovered close, almost touching it with his rostrum. It wasn't forgiveness, because Nero had nothing to apologize for, but a quiet understanding. Marcus knew the risks of his job better than anyone. Dolphins weren't circus clowns. They were intelligent, instinct-driven predators, not trained robots. It was humans who chose to place them in these artificial performances. As Marcus continued his talks, he found a new purpose: to educate people about respecting the boundaries of wild animals, even in captivity. He spoke candidly about his accident, not to frighten, but to show the importance of understanding and protecting creatures who did not truly belong on stages. Visitors often asked if he was angry. Marcus would shake his head. "No," he'd say. "I'm grateful to be alive." Nero was just being a dolphin. I was the one pretending it was something else. Years later, Marcus still walked with a slight limp. He sometimes joined trainers at the pool, not to perform but to watch or toss fish to the dolphins. Nero would often come closest, lingering by Marcus longer than the others. It felt like they shared a silent truce, bonded by an accident that changed both their lives forever. Marcus missed the water terribly. Some nights he dreamed he was back in the pool, the cool blue enveloping him, his body whole and strong, Nero circling beneath him. In the dream, they rose together in a perfect leap, sun glittering off the spray. When he awoke, Marcus would smile sadly, rub his stump, and remind himself he had been lucky. He had loved his work. He had known the risks. And despite the cost, he would not trade the years he spent with the dolphins. The awe, the connection, the breathtaking dances in water, for anything.